Morning. Welcome to Liverpool FC Journal. I'm W. James. This is your Liverpool news update, guys, for the 4th of December. Look, there's no way to kind of dress up what last night was. I've seen some accurate takes. I've seen some pretty wild takes. I've seen a lot of comments on social media, and I get social media is poisonous. And I get that there's a lot of rubbish spoken on social media by people. Last night, yet again, put a lot of things into perspective. I think the football that we watched last night and that we witnessed last night was boring. It was turgid. It was slow. There was no shape. There was no form. There was no tactics. There was a set of players who genuinely didn't look like they were absolutely arsed with it. And that comes down to one man. It comes down to the manager. It comes down to the head coach, manager, whatever you want to call him. You can call him a manager, you can call him a head coach. It doesn't change what his job is. And Arne Slot at the moment is quite spectacularly failing to deliver as the head coach of Liverpool. He has taken a team that was aggressive, a team that played with passion, a team that played with pride, a team that played with speed, a team that played attacking, exciting football, with players that fought for the badge. He's taken that team, he's ripped it up, he's replaced it, he's changed it, and he's made the team boring, passionless, heartless, gutless, spineless, and just one of the easiest teams to play in the Premier League. He's taken Jurgen's legacy and thrown it in the bin, effectively. Look, last night, I want to say, first of all, fair play to Sunderland. They were the better team. They should have won the game. They were unlucky not to win the game. They're a very well-coached side. They're better coached than we are. They deserve to get something. And you know what? It's a sad state of affairs when a newly promoted team can come to Anfield and effectively outplay us. I've seen some pretty ridiculous takes on social media. There's one fan media channel I'm not going to name talking about how the second half was so much better, so much more fight, battle, blah, blah. Absolute bollocks. Absolute bollocks. You can tell that channel brown knows the club and want to stay on the club's good side. You can tell that channel is just all about arse licking the club, and it's pathetic. For me, I've got to say, I love Craig at Anfield Agenda. He's the one person who... He's the one person who, actually does give a shit about the club and actually does speak his mind and speak honestly. And that's the way I'd love to. That's where I'm always going to be as well. Look, Arne Slot for me has got to go. Reached that point now where he has got to go. This is the worst run of form since '53. This is absolutely diabolical. Absolutely diabolical. The standards are just not there. And you can talk all you want about standards. You can talk all you want about, what is expected of this club, and they do on a regular basis. They do talk on a regular basis about these things. But at the end of the day, he has zero clue to how to turn this round. His football is horrible. His the performances that his teams put out there are genuinely dreadful. His team selections are way off. His treatment of Federico Chiesa, the man who probably saved his job for another week, is disgusting. I've got no confidence that this man can actually turn this around. There's nothing out. And if you're slot in, please tell me what you're seeing that tells you that this man has a future. And we can talk about transitions, okay? We can talk about transitions. You can talk about the fact that he's changed the team and he's changed the players. But what you'd want to see in that sample size, and we've had a pretty decent sample size to this point now, would be progress. And there's no progress. I've seen no signs of progress. You'd see a shape, you'd see something trying to emerge or starting to emerge. I can't see anything. And you can talk about the West Ham game, but look, West Ham are shit. Everybody beats West Ham. Everybody defeats West Ham. So let's not even go there on that one. And what made me even angrier is after the game, you see him laughing and joking with Sunderland players and laughing and joking with Sunderland coaching staff. After giving that abject performance, it's not a laughing or joking matter, Arne. It really genuinely isn't. The guy is an absolute clueless moron. He really genuinely is. And this man as well, I thought, again, last night was pathetic. He was an absolute waste of effort. Him and Konate just genuinely... you watch Sunderland's defenders last night. Every time we shoot, they're throwing their bodies on the line. They're sprinting to close us down. They're chucking themselves at the ball. You look at him and he's twerking. He's doing that, that, or if anyone's seen the TikTok clip that someone put out there called Aura Defending, and it's the Virgil van Dijk way of defending. Run away, twerk, 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 run away, twerk, 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 run away, twerk, twerk, twerk. And that's all he does. Their goal last night, he gives the ball away, and then instead of trying to engage his opponent, close his opponent down, good central defensive play, what does he do? Sticks his leg out or sticks his arse out, trying to block it, and that's it. And he comes out after the game, and before the game, and he just speaks absolute shite. I mean, his arrogance is pathetic. I know the Dutch are a little bit arrogant, but he just speaks utter shite. From the moment he opens his mouth to the moment he closes it, it's just shite, 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 and more shite. That's what it is. And Virgil, the one thing I'd say to you is, unless you're going to come out and say, that wasn't good enough, we need to get better, I'm not playing well, the whole team's not playing well, it's not acceptable, we're sorry, I don't want to hear from you. I genuinely don't want to hear from you, because the crap that comes out of your mouth, honestly, you're either high or drunk or something. I don't know what it is. And then you got Curtis Jones post-match last night talking about, we had more shots. And we were more aggressive. If that's aggressive, Curtis, then seriously, I've been a massive defender of yours, Curtis. Get out of the club, man. Seriously, get out of it. Just get out of it, man. Seriously, you're talking shite again. You've been down the Virgil van Dijk school of talking shite. Look, last night was pathetic. It was absolutely pathetic. I thought Wirtz did very well last night. He gets a pass mark for me. I thought Alisson was poor last night. He was shaky. I thought Gomez was solid. I thought Gomez did all right. I thought Ibu and Konate were pathetic. Virgil were pathetic. I thought Andy Robertson was okay. Grav was average at best. Maka was awful. Sobbo was average, which is unusual for him. He's probably been our best player this season. I thought Gakpo was absolutely dire. One of the things I do think about Cody Gakpo this season, and look, I've been a massive fan of Cody's, is last year he had pressure on him, and there was that competition for places with Luis Diaz. That he's in easy street now. There's no competition for his place. He knows that Chiesa's not going to play. He knows that the manager's not going to play Chiesa or Rio, so he's in easy street. He knows he's going to play every game if he's fit. So why try? Isak, honestly, I'm reaching the point where my take at the start of the season was, we don't need him. It's a waste of money. Spend the money on a centre back, a left winger would have been much better. Is looking more and more true, because we don't know how to use him, and he doesn't fit the system. He genuinely doesn't fit the system. I honestly think that Isak will be considered one of the biggest flops in Premier League history. I thought he was genuinely diabolical. Like I said, Wirtz was all right. Hugo did okay when he came on. If you're Hugo Ekitike, you've got to be sitting there thinking, what the fuck have I done wrong? Because he's the best striker at the club and he's getting benched for Isak. I mean, honestly, man, I'd be just suicidal. I really would. The manager's destroying Ekitike's confidence now. Chiesa, I thought, did well when he came on. The block at the end was fantastic. He showed more heart, more fight, more battle, more passion than the other 11 put together. Yet he never gets a game because the manager hates him for whatever reason. Don't know what it is. So look, last night was just not acceptable, and it was diabolical, and it was appalling. It was poor yet again from Liverpool. And you look at the league table as it stands today. Yes, okay. We're only 2 points off fourth place, off Chelsea, who lost to Leeds last night in this weird league that it is this season. But let's get a little bit of perspective on this. This team, we were told at the start of the season, was built to compete on all four fronts. That's written down, okay? This is not a transitional season. So all of you Liverpool fans out there again, all you happy clappers that are going, it's a transitional season. You're talking out the top of your heads. We were told at the start of the season, go and look at the quotes from Richard Hughes and Arne Slot, that this is a team built to compete for 4 trophies across all 4 fronts. We're 11 points off Arsenal. 11. We've lost 6 games. We are 6 points off Manchester City in second. It's diabolical. I mean, honestly, we've got a 0 goal difference, 21 goals for, 21 goals against. That's just diabolical. We're only a point ahead of Manchester United, a bad Manchester United team, and a point ahead of a bad Everton team. Now, if you think that's acceptable, if you think that after 14 games, it is acceptable for the defending champions to be 11 points off top spot, to be out of the League Cup, have just been gubbed in the Champions League, then you've got a really false sense of what the standards that this football club are. Genuinely got a very false sense. Very false sense of what you are. Right, guys, look, for me, we've got to get away from this bollocks that we come out with. We don't sack managers. We're not that type of football club, blah, blah, blah. Forget it. We've got to do what's best for the football club. If you're going to want progress this season, if you're going to want this club to get into Europe, then this club need to sack its manager. Start behaving like a real football club and stop this holier-than-thou pathetic attitude of, we don't sack managers, we don't behave like that. Fuck it. If he's not doing his job, he gets sacked. That's how it works. Grow up. Grow the fuck up. Right, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments after last night. It needs to improve. I'm really worried about Leeds at the weekend. It's away. They've just beaten Chelsea 3-1. I can see us honestly losing that game. Thanks for watching, guys. Catch you on the next one.